right, folks, it's your Pratte Pack. Welcome back to the home of great wings. We're talking, of course, Paul Miller's P-Dubs and my good friends Jeff Nichols and his lovely bride Gretchen right over there enjoying a little Penguins hockey and some great wings. Now, we're going to give you a Steelers preview right now. Follow me. Now, listen. One thing that you have to know about Paul Miller's P-Dubs, they've got dozens of wonderful beers on taps. They've got a lot of IPAs, micro brews, but your Pratte Pack never leaves home without it. Less filling, tastes great. The classic that is Miller Lite, and it is the holidays, so you need to get your crown on. Fine wine and spirit stores right here, folks. My dad loved it, I love it, and who doesn't love it? And we always remind you to be responsible, don't drink and drive. In the Valley, called JB Taxi. Now here's the Steeler preview for you. You got the Steelers taking on Baltimore on the road. They've had a tough time there of late. They've lost 3 out of their last 5. But this team is, well, folks, they haven't lost in 10 games in December. They're 9-0-1. So they're a different beast come Christmas time. Speaking of beast, Ben Roethlisberger, 380 yards. Antonio Brown, 16 catches, 189 yards, 3 touchdowns. They erased a 17-point deficit, and they beat Denver. Their defense, spectacular in the second half, completely shut Denver down. Cam Hayward, along with the great linebacking duo of Ryan Shazier and Lawrence Timmons, they have played spectacular football. And William Gay, is there anybody playing better secondary in the National Football League than that guy? Now, Baltimore, I have such respect for this organization. I really do. And I must tell you, they've had a tough time since Joe Flacco went down, and their coach, one of the best, John Harbaugh, has had to try to piece it together. Jimmy Clausen, who used to be the standout at Notre Dame, was picked up during the offseason. He gave up 2 crucial picks against Kansas City in which they were beaten, but he did get the ball in the air and threw for very close to 300 yards, exactly 281 to be exact. As far as their team, though, they got dismantled by Kansas City. Andy Reid's got the Chiefs playing spectacular football. They scored 2 defensively, they scored 2 offensively, and 2 from their special teams. Now, everybody's talking about the pony soldier because he can get up, folks. We're talking about Antonio Brown. What makes him so good? Well, I'm going to tell you what makes him so good by bringing in, truly, one of the best high school football players I have ever seen, and basketball player, too, who I believe could have taken it to the NBA if he would have played more basketball as opposed to football. He is from my alma mater, and he just happened to roll in for some great grub. He's working on becoming a professional sports agent. He just came from the Quigley girls basketball game in which they rocked the house over Rochester. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gabe Jackson. Come on over here, Gabe. I'm doing really good. Listen, so come in here. My man Adam's shooting this video. What do you think about the Steelers so far?
I think the Steelers, just to spin off of what you said, with Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown, they're on the same page. They make great plays. Just get everybody involved. I think that just the whole Steelers as a whole organization is just playing very, very well this year. I think the next 2 games left is just going to take it to the next level and go on to the playoffs. And I think actually a lot of teams are actually scared to play the Steelers in the postseason.
Well, you know, Terry Bradshaw from Fox, who does a great job, said the Steelers are going to win the whole thing. And just think where they would have been if Ben doesn't go down and Le'Veon's not lost for the season, although D'Angelo Williams has been off the hook. Now, I don't know anywhere near as much about the game. He's played it at every level, but I'm going to try to break it down, and you help me out with this. Now, Antonio Brown is 5'9" in his stocking feet, but he's a little big man. I love his play. I love his moxie. But this is why your Pratte Pack believes he's such a great football player, no matter even if they put a linebacker such as this size and even bigger, or even someone in the secondary, and we have had some in the National Football League that are as big as this guy, why he always seems to get it done. It's not so much about his 40 time, because we know Antonio Brown can go a little over 4 seconds north or south. He's got tremendous speed. But what makes him so good when they're at the line of scrimmage, lining up like this, here, show my feet. He has got amazing foot speed, meaning he is so quick, right, left, and it's all, once he gets behind you, it's all over. But it even gets better with that foot speed. If you got a guy like him who's pushing you going downfield like that, once they stand up and the ball's in the air, he doesn't have to outrun someone. He can juke, jive, dip in, dip out, and then he gets behind them. And when you got a guy this big who does a 90-degree spin move and gets back on his heels, he's off balance. Antonio's in the secondary, and he's gone. Does that make sense?
makes a lot of sense. Antonio Brown, like you said, with his height, he's not a big guy, but what he does, he has such great athleticism. He gets off the ball, he runs great routes, and even when the play breaks down, you can see him and Ben are on the same level where he comes back to the ball and makes great plays, and that's what makes the Steelers very great.
He doesn't know this is going to happen, but I have such love for him and Chrissy Pipkin and all those great guys of that class and that era that I'm going to invite him back over the next couple of weeks, same place, same time, and we're going to give you a little Steelers football talk. But this, I got to ask you about being an agent. So is that a fact that I'm trying to do?
Yeah, that's definitely a fact. In my last stages of doing that, I'm going to start off on an international level first and then work my way back, hopefully to the NBA. Get a lot of local guys from, like I would say, Duquesne, Pitt, West Virginia, Ohio State. Guys that aren't going to quite get drafted. They can have a great career overseas and work their way back as well.
Gabe Jackson, a class act, great player, and you'll be hearing and seeing more of him with your Pratte Pack. But this is how it's going to end. Steelers are going to roll easily. They may put 40 points up on the board. Ben Roethlisberger, and you can put them all in there. The Drew Breeses of the world, the Tom Brady's of the world, the Phillip Rivers of the world, the healthy Joe Flacco. No one, Jay Cutler, Aaron Rodgers, no one is a better quarterback than Ben Roethlisberger. And I still believe, despite an argument from anyone who says he doesn't have the numbers, he is going to the Hall of Fame. Have a great night, and remember, enjoy the holidays. Be safe out there.